Have you ever found yourself thinking, how did I end up here again? You got out of one relationship, maybe a marriage that fell apart. You promised yourself next time would be different. You'd be wiser. You wouldn't ignore the red flags. And yet, here you are, dating again, and it feels like a twisted version of deja vu. The truth? Most people put more effort into planning a vacation than they do into choosing the person they plan to spend the rest of their life with. And then they're shocked when the relationship falls apart. Let me hit you with a hard stat. 60% of second marriages end in divorce. And for third marriages, it's even worse. 73%. That means the odds of success get lower with each try, not higher. Why? Because people carry the same mindset, the same emotional baggage, and the same poor decision making into every new relationship. The face changes, but the outcome doesn't. If you're a divorced or widowed midlife single, I'm not saying this to discourage you. I'm saying this to wake you up. Because you still have time. You still have options, but you don't have time to waste. This next relationship has to be different. Let's be honest. Most midlife singles aren't dating, they're escaping. Escaping loneliness, escaping grief, escaping the fear that they might end up alone. And in that rush to escape, they ignore the signs. They settle for, it's good enough. They chase chemistry and convenience over compatibility and commitment. Here's another tough truth. The quality of your relationship depends entirely on the quality of your decision making before it even starts. I've talked with hundreds of divorced singles who said something like, I saw the red flags but thought they'd change. I didn't want to start over again. I figured we'd work it out once we were married. But that rarely happens. Because by the time you're married and you realize you've got a broken relationship, the damage is already done. Now you're dealing with shared finances, blended families, emotional entanglement, and years of habits that are tough to break. It's not that people are bad, it's that most people don't know how to date wisely. They've never been taught how to vet a potential partner with clarity. They don't know what to look for or what to walk away from. And worse, many don't know what a healthy relationship actually looks like. That's why due diligence is so important. Here's the good news. Midlife singles actually have a huge advantage. Experience. You've lived through real life. You've loved. You've lost. You've worked through hard things. And if you're honest with yourself, you've probably made some bad relationship decisions too. That's not failure. That's data. Every broken relationship can teach you something valuable if you're willing to learn from it. The key is taking that experience and turning it into wisdom. That means creating clarity around what works for you and what doesn't, what you absolutely need in a partner and what you refuse to tolerate, how you show up in the relationship and where you've fallen short in the past. When you know your values, when you're emotionally healthy, when you've taken the time to understand your patterns, you can date intentionally. You can spot red flags early. You can ask better questions on a first date. You can walk away without guilt when something's off, even if they're attractive, charming, or seem nice. This is how you stop wasting time on dead-end relationships. And this is how you avoid becoming another divorce statistic. Another hard truth? A huge percentage of married couples aren't happy. They're just going through the motions. They stay together out of obligation or fear or because they don't want to start over. Maybe you've lived that reality. But is that what you want again? To settle for something that's fine? To stay just to avoid discomfort of leaving? You deserve better. But here's the catch. Extraordinary relationships don't happen by accident. They happen because two people are intentional, honest, and emotionally ready when they come together. So let me ask you directly. Are you dating with the same mindset that led you to your last breakup? Or have you done the work to make this next time different? Look, if you're serious about getting off the dating treadmill, if you're ready to stop repeating the same patterns and finally build a healthy, lasting relationship, then I want to give you something to help. It's my free guide called The 5 Biggest Dating and Relationship Mistakes and How to Avoid Them. Inside, I break down the biggest traps I see midlife singles fall into, mistakes that sabotage their relationships before they even begin. This isn't fluff. It's the stuff I teach my personal coaching clients, the ones who are serious about finding love that lasts. So don't wing it. Don't go into another relationship hoping it works out. Download the free guide today. The link is in the description below. And let's make sure your next relationship is your best one. You've got the wisdom. You've got the experience. Now, it's time to back it up with the right tools. Because real love is still possible at any age. You just have to date smarter. Until next time, happy dating.